In this lesson, we're going to answer the question, how can I write and solve inequalities? Remember that an inequality is when you have some kind of a variable, like some kind of a variable quantity, like maybe like 3x, and you're saying that it is maybe greater than 6. And you would solve this simply by doing your inverse operations and divide both sides by 3, leaving you with an answer of x. Should work down x is greater than 2, because 6 divided by 3 is 2. And that would kind of be your answer there. We can also graph inequalities, and you would graph x is greater than 2 on a number line, like so. You would put a 2, you could put a 3, and a 1, and then you would say greater than. It's just greater than, so you're going to circle and leave it open because it doesn't include 2. And then you go to the right to all the numbers greater than 2. That's how you would graph this inequality. In this case, what you might want to try first is to read this problem and try and solve it on your own, and then compare, and then play the video and compare and see how I solved this problem. So go ahead, pause it, read the problem, and try and solve it on your own. Okay. Jessica's getting ready for college. She needs to have an overall grade of 85 in her math class to qualify for the college that she wished to attend. Her math grade is based solely on her scores on 6 exams. On the first 5 exams, her scores were 87. On the first 5 exams, her scores were 87, 81, 85, 90, 78. Write an inequality that represents her predicament. What score does she... Oops, that's a mistake in this problem. What score does she need to get on her last test to qualify? Okay, so this is a pretty complex problem here. And this problem requires an understanding of several different math things. The first thing is you need to understand how an average works. So her overall grade of 85 is what we need to have. It has to be of 85 in her math class. So in order to get in the college, she needs to be greater than or equal to 85. And then it says her math grade is based solely on her scores on 6 exams. So in order to figure out average, what you do is you divide by the total number. So it's 6 exams. So if there's 6 total exams, I know I'm going to be dividing by 6. It tells us the score of the first 5 exams, 87, 81, 85, 90, and 78. So what we need to do is we need to add up all 6 exams. What we don't know is the score on the last test. So the last test, we could call that, let's call it T. T equals last test. We have to add T, 87, 81, 85, 90, and 78 together. So we say T plus 87 plus 81 plus 85 plus 90 plus 78. All of this needs to be divided by 6. But the first thing I notice is I can combine like terms, and I can add 87, 81, 85, 90, and 78 together. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll continue recording. All right, now I'm left with an inequality that 85 needs to be less than T plus 421, and an entire quantity is being divided by 6. So since this T plus 41 is the entire numerator, what I can actually do is do my inverse operations to start solving this. But if I go back to the problem, I want to note that I've already started this thing. I have written an inequality that represents her predicament. This represents her predicament right here. Now I can solve the inequality to figure out what score she needs to get on her last test to qualify. To start this out, again, I have my numerator is here. Since this is one quantity, T plus 421, and both of them being divided by 6, I can multiply both of them by 6 to eliminate the 6. So if I do times 6 and times 6, these 6's will end up canceling out. And on the right side of this inequality, I will end up with is greater than or equal to, or T plus 41 is going to be greater than or equal to 85 times 6. And in this case, 6 times 5 is 30. 6 times 8 is 48. Plus 3 is 51. Okay. So 510 is less than or equal to T plus 421. Now I'm going to do my second step, which is going to be subtract 421. Minus 421. At this point, since I haven't multiplied, and again up here I just want to point out, I didn't multiply or divide by a negative, it was a positive, so I keep the inequality symbol pointing the same direction. Now 521 minus 421, 510 minus 421. Let's work on that problem. Regroup. 0, 10 minus 1 is 9. Cannot do. Regroup. 10 minus 2 is 8. This will eliminate. T is greater than or equal to 89. So this is the score that she would need to get. So she needs an 89 on her last test. If she gets better than 89, that also works. That's why it says greater than or equal to. So now to graph that, we would create a number line. And on the number line, we could write 89, and we would write 90, and we would write 88. Now, the score of 89 is included, so we're going to circle and shade that in. And then every score greater than 89 is included in this inequality. So 89 and anything above it would be included. You could even add like maybe 100 over here to kind of know, hey, about 100, that's really the highest score you're going to get. But anyways, any score greater than 89 would give her the average she needs to get into her college. Again, this video was about showing you how can I write and solve inequalities, specifically two-step inequalities.